Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, October 28th, and this is Lunch with Len. And we've got several things we're going to do today. The first thing we're going to do is Chris is over here, and Chris put up a blog post earlier this week about the Web of Trust and how to use it. And she's going to explain a little bit more about that to us because I think there's something there that we can do to make it better for an LSP, for example. Is that right, Chris? Chris,
That is absolutely right, and
so what is it exactly that we need, that we should do?
Well, you should have it. You know, it's not only MLSP that's getting a bad rap. There's other sites out there too, but you should download the Google Chrome app so that it'll tell you immediately, and I'll show you here in a minute. Do you want me to go ahead and share my screen?
Yeah, go ahead, share your screen. Tell us, walk us through this. What is it we should be doing here?
All right. Yay, it's letting me share.
That's a good thing.
All right, let me come over here. Can you see my screen?
I can.
Okay, so this is the Web of Trust community, and I happen to pull up MLSP.com.
Now, before you go any further, explain what that means. What is the Web of Trust community? Is that a Facebook community page, or is it, what is it?
No, it's its own site that has allows you to go in and make comments. And, you know, 90% of the time, the only people that make comments are when they're going to make it a negative one.
And how do I find it? Do I find it by Googling Web of Trust community?
No, it's www.mywot.com.
Okay.
All right. And so beforehand, I went ahead and you sign up. And so I went ahead and pulled up MLSP.com, but this must not be the one that has the negative on it, because it says it's unsatisfactory. But if I go out to myleadsystempro.com, can you see where I'm pointing up here in the corner?
Yeah, sort of.
That is the Google Chrome application that you can put on your website or on your browser.
Okay.
When I pull it up, it immediately goes red. So if I click on it, come on up here. It says that the trustworthiness on this is poor and it's unsatisfactory for child safety. Now, where that came from, I'll never know. But it says here, my rating, and right from here, I can rate this site. Can you mute yourself for a minute?
What's that?
Can you mute yourself for a minute? I got feedback.
Mute myself.
Okay, now there's no more feedback. So right from here, the Chrome app or extension that I put on, I can rate this and I can give it a good site. And I can say that it's suitable and it's a good site. And then it says I can add a comment. I already have an account in these. So why isn't it letting me my profile? So there I am. All right, let me try something here. I'm going to take this and copy and paste it into here, and then do a search.
Okay, Chris, I unmuted. Because of screen resolution, I could not follow. I'm going to copy this and paste it into here. So I'm going to suspect no one else could either. So I don't know what you were copying and pasting, if that's important.
I copied the MLSP site and put it into here, into the Web of Trust site. Because for some reason, the application is not recognizing me out here. See, it'll let me rate it, but I don't think it's doing any good, because if I go to add a comment, it says I have to have a comment, an account. And I already have an account. And it brings it up. I find that rather strange. So I trust this site, and it's suitable for children. It's a good site. That is strange. It says to publish, I need an account. But we all know that I have an account. So that is strange, Lynn. I don't know that we're going to be able to do it from out here. We may have to go actually to the site itself to do this. Positive, good site. There's Grammarly. It's checking me. Hey, I used what I find. Now I can save. Okay, so I made it a good site and gave it a positive. Did that make it any clearer for you, Lynn?
Yeah, I had to unmute. I think so. Let me back up for a minute. What we're trying to do, for those of you who know, for example, I think everybody here is in MLSP, and we're picking on MLSP today, but it's a good example. When you go to run an ad to MLSP over at Facebook, sometimes the ads don't get approved, and the reason is Facebook is relying on this Web of Trust, which the Web of Trust is returning an indicator that MLSP is not a trusted site. Now, we don't know why for sure. I think, Chris, I think the idea is that one or two people, it's like having your account banned. 100 people don't say anything, one person says something bad, and suddenly your account is banned. So there's maybe one bad comment out there. So we're thinking that if we go out there and make good comments, and maybe that'll help boost the rating.
Well, I can't even find the negative comment anymore. It wasn't there.
Maybe it went away.
But it's still showing it as unsatisfactory trustworthy, even though we've got 5 comments on here that are positive. There's been some thumbs down, people that disagree. So I don't know what's going to change it.
Say again?
I don't know what's going to change it.
If it's going to do any good?
Well, I can't hear it.
Yeah, I couldn't understand what you said.
Well, that's because I'm echoing. Did you mute yourself again?
No. Do I need to mute myself?
Yeah, that's what's causing the feedback. So I don't know how many positive comments it's going to take to change the overall trustworthiness. It's still showing as unsatisfactory, even with 5 positive comments, even though there's 4 thumbs down on some that have been made. Scott Lindstrom, we know him. There's JP. There's Brian. So they've tried also. So I don't know what's going to take to change it. While I'm screen sharing, Lynn, do you mind if I show one more thing that I discovered today? I'll take that as a okay if you say so.
That wasn't okay.
Okay. I just published this video, as you know. And while I was doing it, a few of those tools that I pointed out for TubeBuddy. Let me go to the manager.
Tools for what, Chris? Say again.
It's called TubeBuddy. I did a video on it the other day, and I put it up on Facebook. See, it's over here, Lynn. Can you see it? TubeBuddy.
Yes. Well, I see the Catch Me video.
Yeah, I just did that. So this is what I discovered while I was in there. Well, since I published it, maybe it won't show it anymore. That's weird. Okay. That is really weird. It says down here that the browser extension vidIQ has intentionally removed TubeBuddy's Explorer tools. Now, I have never had that happen. Have you?
No. But I don't use Explorer at all.
No, it's not Explorer. vidIQ is something I use for tags. And I added TubeBuddy the other day because it's got other things. It's even got a thumbnail generator in it, in the free tools. And I could do a bunch of sharing right from there, but it looks like vidIQ removed my TubeBuddy Tag Explorer tool. Wow. That's really weird. Okay, I guess that's all I got then.
Okay.
I'm going to have to explore this more.
Maybe you'll have to
stop sharing. And I'm back. And I will.
Yeah, maybe you'll have to mute you for a little bit. All right. So there's 2 things. I just sent messages off, and Rick and Larry responded. I'm going to go ahead and start to bring you guys across. While I'm doing that, I also promised last week that I'd share some results, and then we're going to chat about results. But there's Rick, there's Larry, and I don't know, Judy, if you're willing to come across or not. You didn't reply to me, so I'll wait to see if I hear from you. But here's here. Last week we talked about these Facebook ads. We talked about an ad. I'm going to go to my ads manager. We talked about an ad that was a enhanced to your website. Website conversion ad. Sorry, God, website conversion ad. So this is the website conversion ad. This is actually the physical ad that we created last week it was last Thursday, I guess, a week ago, during the Lunch with Len webinar. And let me get it up here for a second. You remember what it was? It was a website conversion ad that was taking people to my post on Walden Pond. So it was, if people clicked on it, they landed on the On Walden Pond post on my website. And here was a copy of the ad. So again, we created this. I'm just getting to the ad itself. Just sort of as a reminder, we created this ad live real time last week while we were on this. And so the ad results, let me get rid of it, get rid of the picture and go back. The ad results at this point are, there were 20 results at a cost of $1.59. So what that means is that there were 20 conversions, 20 people actually clicked out to my website.
Did you know you're not sharing?
Huh?
Did you know you're not sharing?
No, am I not sharing?
You're not sharing.
Well, that doesn't do any good. It's a good thing you told me, huh? Okay. Sorry about that. So here's the result. Anyhow, the result was. Can you see it now, Chris?
Yes.
Okay. The result was, and I'll click on the ad in a second. The result is that there were 20 results. That means conversions. People actually clicked out and went and at least they clicked to the website, to that blog post, at $1.59 per conversion. Now, the $1.59 per conversion, that's not an incredibly attractive number. I'd like to see it less than that, but it's also not a terrible number. So 20 conversions at $1.59 a conversion. That was the result of that ad. And what the ad is, if you remember,
hey, Len.
This is what the ad looked like. Yeah, Rick.
I don't know if you know this, but before you brought me over, you were buffering for about 5 minutes and nobody could see you. So I don't know if Larry said he wanted to come over too, but for about 3 or 4 minutes there was nothing on there, and before you brought me over, it was dead.
But you were still seeing Chris, right?
No, I was seeing nothing. It was just buffering for like 4 minutes.
Oh.
So I don't know if it was in the chat that people couldn't see you, but I don't know if they can see you now. But before you brought me over, like I said, you were buffering for like 3 or 4 minutes. Okay.
All right. Well, I don't know what to say about that because I don't know if it was at my end or your end.
Well, Larry said the same thing, that you were froze. So.
Huh.
I'll send Larry a message.
But.
Okay. I just tried to bring Larry over too. Okay, but it's not froze now.
No, when you brought me over, it worked fine. So I don't know if it's frozen on the other side or if I don't know what happened. I'm just letting you know. So.
Okay. Well, this was the ad we put up, and again, we did this live a week ago, and so that was the result. And that was based. Remember, the ad was based on the Michelle Pescasolito webinar last Wednesday night, a week ago, and one of the techniques that she uses. So that was the one thing I wanted to share with you. The other thing that I wanted to share real quick is, I get back to the ads manager. I put up last week an ad that was video conversion ad. It's an ad that was asking people to go ahead and click on a video and watch it. So the result of that, and that one had a really good result. This is what the ad looked like. This was the video. How do you feel today? You want to feel better? And the objective was video views. So that was Facebook objective. And that ad had 102 results for a nickel a result. 102 video views and a nickel a result. So both of those are pretty decent results for those kinds of ads. Now, in order to improve those results, well, we'd have to just do split testing and experimenting. But once we have a result like that, then we can begin to do that sort of thing. I'm going to close Facebook, stop the sharing, and come back. So am I back now? Now, I don't know if did Larry never came over. Judy seems to have disappeared, and Larry hasn't come over. So I don't know if he's froze or not froze. Did you send Larry a message, Chris? Did he respond?
I sent him a message, but he has not responded yet.
All right, still trying to bring Larry across. Now, I'll leave it up to you, Rick. Do you want to toss? I know it's a smaller group than I was hoping for, but do you want to toss out some of what we were talking about earlier and see if maybe Chris has any ideas? Are you doing Facebook, Chris? And what's working for you, if anything?
I haven't done any ads in a while.
How about things like some of the other strategies we talk about, like birthdays and Facebook messaging and going into groups and poking people and stuff like that?
I haven't been doing that. I've been consistently doing Facebook videos, uploading to my fan page, and it does make a difference if you can get people to comment on the video. It makes a big difference in the reach of the people. Facebook likes engagement. That's all there is to it.
Right. And Rick, can I speak for you, or do you want to speak a little bit?
No, you can go ahead. You know my situation.
Rick is struggling to get engagement. You're just not getting very much engagement on your stuff, right?
Well, it's not really engagement on my stuff. I'm having trouble connecting with people. I'm doing the training that they're teaching me in MLSP, but when I message people or do the stuff they tell me, I'm either they're blasting me with spam, or they immediately want to know what I want to do, or they cut me off. So I'm not getting engagement in the messaging side, not my post or nothing like that, but people trying to connect with people in personal messages.
Yeah, and again, I'm not having. I'm not everybody responds back for sure, but I'm getting plenty of people that are responding back. And just after you and I hung up today, one of the people I sent a birthday message to today responded back. It was a guy over in Australia, and he answered the message back. So I am getting some response. I just may be the people you're hitting. Maybe you need better friends.
I think like I said before, I think I might have a dead list. I'm not sure, but like I'm saying, I'm reaching out to people in groups, and Frank Kern and Tony Robbins, and I'm just not getting anything there either. So
yeah, I don't have. I mean, I wish I had a clever idea, and I don't. And the cleverest idea I have is try different groups.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't know. I don't have a good idea. Chris, anything come to mind?
I just don't do that anymore. I just don't. I don't like it.
Are you generating leads, Chris?
I'm getting, because of my call to actions to join my list from YouTube and from Facebook videos, the call to actions always to please get on my list for more tips, and I'm not doing too bad with that.
Okay. Yeah.
I am not a big communicator. That's all there is to it.
What's that?
I'm not a big communicator.
Yeah. Well, I've got so much stuff out there that I'm really beginning to get more and more engagement. I'm getting more Twitter followers every day. I got somebody new subscribed to my YouTube channel yesterday. I mean, I'm getting things, and as I mentioned, I've also started posting the Coffee with Len videos in some of the spam groups. If the group name begins with the word work from home moms, work from home dads, work from home, whatever it is, there's about 6, 7, 8, I don't know, 10, 7 or 8 of those groups that I'm posting my videos in every day now. And I've seen, I'm going to say just a little bit of traction. Got one guy back in New York who actually messaged me the other day and said he sent me a friend request and said he liked my video, wanted to see more, and I've had 2 phone conversations with him. I've sent him an MLSP link with his permission, and I've sent him another link to look at with his permission again. Now, I'm not going to tell you that I'm not sure he's going to go anywhere, but he just he might not be the right kind of person because of his personal attitude. But nevertheless, that was a positive response that somebody in one of those groups, responded. So I'm just going to keep right on putting up my videos every day in those groups. And I see Dr. Lisa Thompson putting up her videos in some of those groups. Now she's doing. My videos are short, 2 or 3. I try to keep my Coffee with Len videos less than 3 minutes. They're mostly mindset. She's doing real training tips. Like she put up a video yesterday about 3 new ways to, I don't remember what it was, 3 ways to do something. 3 ways to get more likes to your fan page. And so I don't know if she's getting any traction from those or not. But I see Judy just came back. Judy, what happened? Did you drop out? Do you want to come over and join us? I'm going to assume you can hear me. Judy, if you can hear me, just let me know in the chat at least that you're hearing me, okay? And once again, Larry, are you there? I see it says you're here, but I don't know if you can hear me or not. So, because you're not responding to anything. Larry, are you there? Judy, are you there?
Are you there?
Judy.
Hey, Rick, why don't try maybe some different type of groups other than people that are into network marketing. How about like Success Magazine?
Well, I try the thing I do is I go to like Tony Robbins or Rich Dad Poor Dad. I'll go into the likes and then I'll see who I got common friends with, and if they have a follow button, I'll follow them, and then I'll comment and like on their posts, trying to get them engaged. But what happens is if I do get an engagement, they'll either send me a message, a private message, and they'll blast me with their spam, and I'll try to get the conversation back over to being friends first, or they immediately want to know what I'm selling. I give them my link, and then I never hear from them again. So that's what seems to be the thing. So.
Well, maybe even if they ask for the link, don't send it to them right away. Say, what I'm doing might not be a fit for you. Let's get to know each other better.
Well, that's what I try to do. I try to get back on the conversation, and if they ask me for a link one more time, or they either ask for the link for 2 more, 3 more times, or they don't reply back. So that's what seems to be the what's going on. So I'm trying different groups, but I'm getting the same response from all of them. And if I get them to respond on their page, on their comment, and I try to get it over to the message, they won't return the message or not. So the stuff that I'm learning from MLSP doesn't seem to be working according to plan for me. So I'm just trying to get some new perspective.
Well, maybe everybody's going in those groups. Everybody's going in Eric Worre's, and everybody's going into Frank Kern's.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I
also try what Mark Lalone says, and he goes into the actual like Shake Lee, in the MLM groups themselves, and I've been doing that. But those people immediately, like I said, immediately shoot me their link or immediately want to know what I want to do. So that's.
They're really hungry. I keep meaning to try what Mark said, especially with the Twitter strategy when I decide to engage in Twitter again.
I'm getting a lot of new Twitter followers. That seems to be really working right now, every day.
But what else are you getting from them?
Nothing. But then I haven't put any energy into Twitter. Now, I put it out to Rick. Terry Grimal is having a training at 4 o'clock this afternoon, 4 o'clock our time, 7 o'clock Eastern. And he, I believe his training today is on Twitter.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and so.
That link you sent me said it's on Twitter.
Yeah. So I'm going to be on that to see what he's doing with Twitter, and maybe I'm going to focus more energy over on Twitter and Instagram than I'm putting into Facebook. I'm not so sure. And maybe
I gave my granddaughter my iPad, and since she got her new iPhone 6, she hasn't been using it, so I took it back.
Okay.
So I was going to try to use Twitter and Instagram on this.
Okay.
Hey, Len, are you loading those videos directly into the group? How does that work? And are you putting a call to action in there as well?
You mean, okay, clarify. The Coffee with Len videos into, like, the MLM groups or whatever?
Yeah. How do you do that? Are you linking them from your fan page? Or
linking them to my fan page.
Okay.
And there's a call to action. Now, you know, if you put the video up on your personal page, you can't put a call to action on it. But if you put it up,
I don't put any business on my personal page. The only thing I do is I do through messaging, which is the Mark Lalone training. He gets them in the personal page, but he gets them in the messaging. He talks to them for a couple, 2 or 3 conversations. Then he when they ask him what he does. He goes, well, I got this personal link of some training. Would you like it? But I never get to that part. It's either what do you do, or here's my link. Join me. So it's not going according to his plan. So.
Right. Have you tried getting them to pick up the phone and talk to you?
No, like I said, I don't even get that far. It's either spam me, and if you join me. Either they tell me you want to join, they don't ever call back, or if I try to switch the conversation, they don't reply back either. So. Well,
if they spam you their link, how about responding with, let's have a conversation?
Yeah, remember we were talking about that earlier, so I think I'm going to try that. I'm going to ask them, if this method has been working for them.
Exactly.
And see if they can link and see if I can connect with them.
Exactly. So you get them on the phone. Get them on the phone and let them rattle a little bit about what they're into and what they're doing, and ask them how their business is going for them, and what they're using to build it. I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of ideas.
Well, that's actually a pretty good one. I think I might try that because, at least I'll get some engagement. I think if I ask them if this seems to be working for them.
Yep. Yeah, and if they tell you the truth, then maybe you've got a lead for them at least to try the $10 trial or something of MLSP. You are in MLSP, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Because normally what I do is I try to steer the conversation. I'll go, hey, that sounds cool, but hey, and I see you're into the Broncos. Are you a big football fan? I try to switch it back to the social media aspect, but then either I get no reply or check my link out again. So it's I can tell it's all these newbies, and those are the people I want, but I'm just not. For some reason, I can't get around that hurdle.
Okay. Well, no one ever said this was an easy business. Hello, Whitman. So I know we're over time. Let me have just a couple more minutes. I was hoping for a slightly bigger group today. As I said last week, I want to try to expand. 4 or 5 people on Lunch with Len every week is not the right number. I want to try to expand the group. Yeah. And does anybody have any suggestions? What do you think? What are we missing? What would it take to bring more people out? And one of the things that I'm thinking is maybe we need to go back to having more interviews, more live people, uh, attracting, Tanya Eliza's, and I don't know who I can get. I know Susan Sheridan, Susan Shearer Young is certainly willing to come back on again. I've talked to her a couple times. It's a scheduling problem with her and some other issues in her personal life. Uh, Anybody have any thoughts?
Well, I think definitely doing some more high-profile interviews wouldn't hurt. Maybe advertising it, but I like these one-on-ones too, so I like a mix of them.
Mm-hmm. Chris, you got any thoughts?
I could do a better job of putting it out there myself. Putting it on my page. How about, Lynn, if when you put your one, like I saw a notification from you about want to eat that you put out about 15 minutes before.
Yeah.
How about when you do those, you tag us in them so it's on our page already?
Okay. I could do that.
I mean, that wouldn't bother me. Does that bother you, Rick, to be tagged in something like that?
No, not as long as it's twice a week. I don't mind it randomly once every while, but I don't want it on my page every 2 times a week every week.
Okay. So you don't want it there every Tuesday and Thursday?
No, I mean you can do it like once a week or something like that. Because sometimes I don't post for a while, and I don't want to flood that with my page. If that makes any sense.
Well, wait a minute. Stop. Flag on the play. What do you mean sometimes you don't post for a while? If you're not posted 3 to 5 times a day, that may be the reason why you're not getting the engagement you want to get.
Well, sometimes I get in the rut, and sometimes I have hard finding material to write, so that's I don't get posts. But like I told you before, I'm going to start doing that suggestion on MLSP, where you pick out 5 different things that you like I like motocross, race cars, and stuff like that, and they say to post about that stuff. And,
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what I think I'm starting doing more of that.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess, let me think about that, Chris. Thank you for the offer. I appreciate it. It'd be very hard for me to, I guess I could make a list of people who said it's okay to tag them. You know what? I'm going to send a questionnaire out within the next day or so. I'm going to send a survey out to the entire lunch. I got 107 people registered for Lunch with Len. It's like
Whitman just said it's okay with him that he needs the reminder.
Yeah. Well, I sent an email out this morning at 4 o'clock this morning. An email went out to everybody. Did you see the email?
I saw the email, but I don't usually open your emails because
Oh.
I always see this stuff on Facebook anyway.
Thanks, Chris. I just it really helped. Yeah. That's the reason I do it, so people won't open them.
I think that's what we got to do is we got to liven up your lists and get more people on there.
Yeah.
Because if we're getting about 5% a week, that ain't too good.
No. Like I said, there's 107 people registered, and we're getting, we got the standard 4 or 5 people that show up every week, and sometimes it's less than that. So, and so what I'm looking for. I'm going to try setting out a survey and see if that goes anywhere, and maybe I'll start doing some personal messaging and asking people what it is that I can do to make it more interesting for them or whatever. Okay. Well, look, I don't want to take up any more of your time. It's already 11 after 12, so let's call it a day. I hope you folks have a great weekend. Thanks for jumping in here, and we'll talk again on Tuesday.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye, Rick. Bye, Lynn.